Hello everybody, welcome back to the channel. I'm Gebo the Shaman, and today we're talking about the sign of Aquarius in the 7th house. So, before we get started into that, I'd just like to let you guys know that I'm a Vedic astrologer and I do Vedic astrology readings professionally for my clients, and if you would like a Vedic astrology reading, then you can go to vincent.thunderwizard.com. Or you can check out all of my, products and services and all that good stuff at linktree/Gebo the Shaman. Okay? And yeah, let's get into it. So, we have Aquarius in the 7th house. That means that we are a Leo ascendant. So, I would check out my video on Leo ascendants to get a better idea of what's going on in your entire birth chart. But for this video, we're just talking about the Aquarius in the 7th house. So, so Aquarius in the 7th house. In order to better understand this placement, we need to understand what the sign of Aquarius means and what the 7th house means. So, so Aquarius basically is the sign of, it has to do with rebelliousness. It has to do with, pouring out your wisdom and your knowledge on other people and giving to other people and things like that. And Aquarius is a very humanitarian sign. So it's, it's very worldly. It wants to build a better future for humanity. It wants to better serve humanity with like high-end new age technology, high-tech stuff, and yeah, it's basically all about creating a better future for humanity. Aquarians are more like utopian minded or like future minded, so they want to create a utopia, a great future for humanity. So and that can involve humanitarianism. It can involve creating technology that helps humanity like become faster, more efficient, more productive. This is what Aquarius is all about. So then we have the 7th house. And the 7th house, what is the 7th house? The 7th house is all about your partners. So the 7th house is all about your marriage partners, your, like, it's not just like the people that you have flings with and whatever. It's like that would be more the 5th house. The 7th house is your marriage partner. It's your long-term relationships. It's the partners that you have a contractual agreement with, contractual obligations to by law. And yeah, that doesn't sound very fun to me. So, but yeah, so the 7th house is all about your marriage, your spouse, your business partners, your people that you have, contractual obligations to, contractual dealings with, things like that. Partners of all kinds, people that you do business with and things like that too. So, so Aquarius being in the 7th house, what does that mean? Well, that means that your partner, your spouse, would be very humanitarian minded, would be very into non-profit organizations, and large network circles and is another thing with Aquarius. So your relationship with your spouse would revolve around helping humanity, or like you know, there's some people who relate with their spouse in a very intimate setting, like a one-on-one. They're just at their house chilling, hanging out. The the way Aquarius would you would re- the way that you would relate with your Aquarius partner, or your partner, is seen through the seventh house, and having Aquarius here, that kind of means that you would relate more. You would like better interact with your partner while you guys are in a group. So you could be in a group setting, and that's where you bond, and that's where you connect more. Um, so yeah, so being a Leo ascendant, you like to be the center of attention. You like to be, out there. Like to be seen and everything. The Aquarius partner, or like your relationship with your partner, would be more would basically, they would like to they're more of the weirdo, the outcast kind of person. So having you take them and like show them off to large crowds, large groups of people and stuff like that, that kind of gives them uh their own um unique that like it basically bonds them with you. So that helps them to get out of their comfort zone, and it helps you to bond, because you're giving them essentially a part of what they need in the relationship. They need to be in a group. They need to have a relationship with you, but also be in the group. So uh, it's kind of you two you could be like humanitarian leaders, or like leaders of humanitarian organizations and efforts and things like that. You could also be a leader of a group of some kind. It doesn't matter what, just maybe a hobby group or whatever. But yeah, Aquarius would like to relate with you in among friends. So you would have a very friendly relationship with your partner. It would be a great friendship. And um, so yeah, so that's kind of what Aquarius wants to do. It wants to build up a network circle, a group of friends where you know instead of going out, instead of like doing what most couples do, is going out to dinner and just being by yourselves, or going to a movie and being by yourselves. No, Aquarius would want to have that intimate connection, but it would want to be involved in a larger group, and like their kind of relationship with you would be involving that larger group. So yeah, any let me think about anything else I could say about this placement. Now, I think that pretty much covers it. I mean, it's pretty simple. I mean, your partner would be very Aquarian in nature. And yeah, if you would like to understand more about your seventh house, about this placement, then I would encourage you to look at your birth chart and see where Saturn is placed. Look at where Saturn is placed, because this will give you a better indication of what's going on in this seventh house. So let's say if Saturn was placed in, I don't know, Gemini, then it would be a very communicative kind of relationship added to this, like kind of communicative and stuff like that. So yeah, you could get your own understandings from looking at Saturn's placement. Also, looking at any so the other thing that we would do to get a better understanding of this house is to see, is there any planets placed in this house? Is Jupiter here? Is Saturn here? What planets are placed here, and what can we learn from those planets? What are those planets trying to tell us? And if there are no planets there, if it's what we call an empty house, then we would look at what planets are aspecting. Do we have any planetary aspects to this house that could give us any more information about this? So, if you would like a Vedic astrology reading, then you can go to vincent.thunderwizard.com. You can also go to linktree/Gebo the Shaman to check out all my services and products and courses and all that. I have, of course, astrology readings, but I also have distance energy healing. I have support groups. I am a career and life coach. I do teach shamanic ritual magic courses and emotional awareness courses. So you can check all those things out at Vincent or at at linktree/Gebo the Shaman. That's where all my links are, so that's where you can find everything. Also, the links are also linked down below, listed down below. So, I guess that's all I have for you today. So, thanks for watching, and we'll talk to you next time. Peace.